Hi guys, I'm sorry I'm not there today, but I want to go over your assignment with you so that you know what it is and how important it is. So first of all, one thing that's important to me is that when you go on break, you have time to relax and you don't have anything to worry about here at school. So I would like for you to take everything you've learned over the past couple weeks and show it to me on this one assignment so that when you leave, you're completely finished, you're ready to go on break and relax, and I have evidence of everything you've learned and an assignment that really captures that. So when you do this assignment, do your very best work. Show me that you've learned about atoms and molecules and matter and particles and properties and how they work, and try to figure out a way to show me all of that on this one assignment so that I can give you a grade that reflects all your learning for the past couple weeks. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to do, this front side of the assignment are all just directions. So when you complete the front side, there's really nothing to do here except to use the rubric and the checklist to check your work when you're finished. So first, you're going to choose one of the phenomena below. A phenomenon is just something that happens. So you're going to pick one of these that you're going to be able to model. So first, an odor is released in a room full of air. Next, three different liquids are set side by side on a counter. A large container of gas is compressed so that it can fit on a store shelf. This would be like what they do with propane tanks to fit them on store shelves so that you can buy a lot of gas compressed in a small space. Two different liquids have different odors and change pH paper different colors. And then finally, the air in the desert is different than the air in the rainforest. So you're going to choose any one of these and model it. When you create a model, you have to remember to find the big idea of the phenomenon. So you really have to get down to what's the science behind it and what the big idea is that you're trying to show about the science involved in this phenomenon. So you're going to write the phenomenon on the top of page 2. So that means whichever one you pick here, you're going to write it right here on the top of page 2, and that way I will know which phenomenon you're modeling. Also, don't forget to write your name because then I'll know who you are. Then in this space, you're going to create your model, and you're going to really try to capture the big idea of what's going on in the matter that makes that phenomenon happen the way it does. And then here, I want you to go through this checklist after you've drawn your model and check if you've done all these things. So your model should be neat. It should have your best work. It should have a title. It should include a key. Everything should be labeled. If you need to include words to explain to me what's happening, please do. Your model should show that matter is made of particles. It should show that there are different types of particles. It should use appropriate scientific vocabulary, and it should account for all the evidence. Also, you should answer the questions underneath your model. And this is where I really decide if you're beginning, developing, proficient, or advanced. Finally, when you've finished all of these, you're going to use the rubric to give yourself a grade. And you'll just circle which grade you think you've earned. And that way, when I give you a grade, we can have a conversation about whether or not you're able to recognize what your own grade should be and if you're able to really give yourself valuable feedback. So a beginning is just if you can just draw the phenomenon, that's a beginning. If you're able to include some of the information about matter and particles, but maybe you can't really capture the idea that they're different or that they have different properties, that's a developing. A proficient is if you can really do that clearly and capture kind of the big idea that matter's made of particles, and that different particles have different properties. That's really how you get yourself to proficient. And then finally, here in bold, it tells what you need to do to be advanced, that you're able to describe the limitations of the model and apply the model to new situations. You really do that in how you answer your questions. And then tell me a little bit about why you chose that grade and kind of relate it to the rubric so that I know what you're talking about. So finally, again, you're going to write the phenomena you choose here. You're going to draw a picture here that will be your model of why it's happening and what your understanding of what's going on in the matter is. And then finally, you're going to answer these questions about your model. and spend as much time as you need working on it. If you don't finish today, I'll give it back to you to work on Wednesday. And then if you do finish, you can work on the IXL topics of the week, or you can work on finishing activity 9.1, or you can work on finishing reading pages 77 through 81 and answering those questions at the end of page 81. All right, see you guys Wednesday. Have a great day. Remember, just so I don't forget, the most important thing to me always is how you treat Miss Novinska while she's here. So I should hear only wonderful things about you when I get back. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.